Looks like we are in the bi-weekly number 12 semifinals. We have all right. All right. I had a little bit of an issue here. Spawning in the bottom right corner of Lightshade LE, we have Mr. L. And in the upper left, from Alpha X, the Zerg legend himself, it is Fiant. We are in the semifinals of the Legion Cup bi-weekly, number 12. All right. It's looking like a standard TVZ right from the rip. Okay. Bear with me. I am unfortunately having a little bit of lag here. I need to see what's going on. Bear with me. Sorry about that, folks. I just started up the stream. Okay, I think we might be good now. Let's see. I think we might be in good shape now. Sorry about that. Alright, so if we have a Reaper, just a Reaper expand, but we do have an early pool for Mr. Fiant. Interesting choice. Is he going for... No Roachworm. This is just Speedling all in. Interesting. So he had like a 14, 13, 12, I think. And again, apologies for the little hiccups here. Okay, and there's going to be no wall. Okay, the Reaper actually doing some good work. Is the lings are getting delayed more and more. The wall's getting completed. This Reaper micro is honestly just keeping Mr. L alive a little bit. But the whole goal for Fiant is to deny the expansion, which he does. And that's just cost Mr. L a lot of time. At the same time, he's perfectly fine. He can just go back and chill at this point. He's got Marines on the way. He's got a bunker. Fiant just did this to deny the main base mostly, and if he could, cause game-ending damage, but he didn't. So at the same time, he's just a little behind himself on droning, but realistically, he's got basically a one base saturation. It's not like he was like completely committed. It was a little bit of a commitment, but it's not too bad. And our Terran player is going presumably 1-1-1. But we'll see. No, it's 2-on-1. What am I saying? There's a fucking barracks right here. He's got Stim on the way, and I'm like, yeah, he's going 1-1-1. No. Very obviously a 2-on-1 opener. Okay, let's see what we got from... Yeah, he's just going to go to reactor attack for his factory. The Reaper is going to go down. At least he's keeping up SCV production and getting his other orbital. Okay, so our Zerg has 2 base saturation now. And he's going to start droning up his third. So a lot of Marines. They're about to make those wings' life miserable. Alright, interestingly enough, the starport switch, this is 2-on-1. The Overlord's been able to see all this, though, is the funny thing. So I don't know how effective this is going to be on Fiat. I mean, that Overlord's got full vision of everything that happened. He knows it's a 2-on-1 double medevac drop. So Zerg's going to be in a good spot, but... Okay, some Lings over there. So we have a double medevac drop going across the map. Just pure Marines. Nothing too crazy. And we do have a little Ling hit squad going over to this side. But there is no complete wall yet. Oh, now there is. Alright. So that being said, was the drop scouted? It looks like the Lings are going back home because they couldn't get much. But there is an Overlord here. And the standard third, not on triangle for Zerg. Okay, these Marines doing a little bit of damage with stim, but they got to get out of there if they want to keep the medevac alive. Mr. L, basically just killing some Lings, but not really taking the greatest trades there. But nothing's really lost, per se. So what's going on behind this? We have continuous Marine production, pumping out Marines. We have no tanks. We do have a double engineering bay going down. And no third CC. Our Zerg player is taking his fourth. He's saturated on his third base. And he started saturating gases, so we're going to see Zerg start to attack a little bit. With the Baneling nest and layer coming down. Certainly a cheesy opening from our Zerg player. And a Ling just decides to be brave and try to run up the ramp to die to a siege tank. Okay, so we have another drop going down. Oh, it's scouted by 2 Lings. I like the map vision that Theon's trying to get. Like, you know, when you're Zerg against Terran, really you're relying on creep spread and Lings. But like, he's honestly been in great spots to see exactly where Mr. L is going. He's definitely a monster player. So we have melee and Carapace going down a little behind the infantry +1 armor and weapons. Oh my god. And the fourth looked like it's going to take a little bit of a hit. Mamma mia. Big oof. Okay, so we have a double drop going here. This is not looking good. 1-1 is finished for our Terran player. 1-1 is not complete for Zerg, but he does hold the drop. There is 1 loaded medevac, but I think there's certainly enough to deal with 2 medevacs and Marines. Oh, some drones are going to go down. Realistically, there's not a third CC behind this still. Oh, no, there is. Okay, let's watch this engagement. I'm going to show you guys down in the main base of Terran. We do see a third CC dropped in the bottom left in the mini-map. If you guys look right here. So let's just see how this drop finishes up. Okay, Fiat really needs to split up a little more, but he's got enough queens to defend the drop in the northeastern 4th base. The 3rd CC is going down, and there's going to be a push. We have a tank push coming in, approaching northwestward. Reaper Lord going down, but the Lings and Banes and Queens and some Hydras are in position. Oh no, you don't want to throw away your Queens. Not like this, Fiat. Okay. Darren's in a pretty good position, but there's not a lot of bio left, realistically. And meanwhile, Fiat, with his God tier wraparound, he makes it in with some Lings into the natural. It is caught. Some Banelings making their way in. Oh dear lord. Okay, meanwhile, there's a drop going on in the natural of Zerg, which is shut down, but the tanks and small little Marine contingent is held back. So we've seen some pretty interesting trades going on. Fiat is at a extremely higher set of losses, and he's a little on his back foot on upgrades, but he should be okay. He's keeping up enough where, as long as he can hold them back, he should be able to deal with Mr. L for a little bit here. As long as he can keep bases going and economy going, he should be alright. Mr. L actually was in some pretty good spots. But as you can see, the supply don't lie. Fiat is a little ahead on army supply, as he should be as a Zerg. Blarg. Okay, Fiat's able to take a 5th base. It's 11 minutes in, but there's been... the game started out with, like, definitely a little early aggression, if you will, from Fiat, but it's kind of normalized. But Mr. L's been using 2-on-1 to his... about as good as he can. So I feel like he's a little ahead in some respects, but Fiat, the longer he goes on, and if he can keep droning and taking bases, he's got 4 base saturation. He should be fine. Well, he basically has 4 base saturation. Oh, this 5th hatch is hopefully going to be able to be canceled if this is scouted. But I don't think it is. Oh, Widowmine is caught. Oh no. Fiat is going to lose some Lings. Is this canceled? It is not canceled. That's 300 minerals down the drain. There's nowhere to really expand. Our Terran player, Mr. L, is making his way up into the main base. Does he get to snipe a lurker then? No, he does not. No, Bane connects. And there's only 2 queens. Oh, there's a little Ling contingent here. And the medevac goes down, but these Marines should get cleaned up pretty well. Oh my god. We had a little bit of a push out there. Man, Mr. L is just keeping up the pressure. He is now getting to the scary point of the game where he's got our Zerg player on the back foot at the moment. And he's continuing his upgrades. So we are 2-2, but Terran's about to be on 3-3. And 3-3 bio is just absolutely disgusting if you're behind it, Zerg. Oh, I like the burrow of the drones. Actually, big brain. But this army is about to do the work on the natural. This is not looking good for Fiat. And the tanks are going to start wrecking things. Nope. They go down. Okay, Terran is on 4 bases to our Zergs. 2 with reclaiming their natural and 4th. Like the best, I guess the best case scenario would have been for our Zerg player would be if he happened to take out these medevacs and kill. Imagine if he actually killed the 3 loaded medevacs, which were ironically the ones that were targeted. Okay. We have a scouter laying burrowed. And Lings chiseling at a planetary, which are going to die any second. At least Fiat has vision, I guess, but... Oh, Widow Mine's damaging a queen. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, God, look at Terran. Wait, he wasted Banes and Mines? Oof. I mean... This ain't looking good for Fiat, I'm not gonna lie, folks. We do have, Adaptive Talons being researched for our lurkers on the Zerg side, and he did get Seismic Spines, I believe. Okie dokie. This big push is not going to be good for our Zerg player, because he has 2 lurkers chilling there that are not burrowed. Okay. Oh, Widow Mine actually... Look at Widow Mines. Oh, and the main base drop is going to happen. Adaptive Talents is going to be shut down. There's nothing to deal with this. The Lurker Den is now kaput. That was actually a pretty big and unlucky loss for Mr. Fiat. Oof. Interesting to see a 2-1-1 game in ZVT these days. Personally, I think Fiat should have opened a little more standard, or even went into it. If you did like a Roach build, that would have just shit on 2-on-1. If you're gonna cheese, I mean, oh no, the Widow Mine. Oh wait, but lurkers. Good lord. Just constant parade pushes. No medevacs in the southwest, but is this army gonna get caught? One of the tanks doesn't go down. I looked like a tank was gonna go down, but it didn't. So, oh, one lurker actually doing the work. The no medevacs means this is a pretty big loss for Terran, but. No, Liberators, shit. Yeah, really might want to. No, he doesn't have to move the queens, apparently. It's fine. He's transfusing and he's alright. Do we have another lurker then going down? We do. Adaptive talents being researched. We have no upgrades. He's on 2-2. I think he forgot to get his 3-3. Pikachu. Our Terran player is now on 5 bases. This is looking very... a little on the overside for Zerg, but I think Fiat and the Heat is forgetting that he's behind on upgrades. And that potentially game-ending stuff, because Terran is continuing. He's getting Neo Steel, I believe. Nope. It's just the armor upgrades. I was gonna say if he's at that point, he's basically maxed. Okay, we have melee being researched, or is that no? Yeah. Oh god. And what a force this is. The lurkers are helping a bit, draining some of the medevacs, but there's still some full medevacs there. We are now in a lurker base trade. And the lurkers are going to clean up all of Planetary Fortress. Okay, so I would say this is over. How you guys doing? Okay, I'm now saying look at Zerg. Where I was like, imagine Widow Mines, imagine Terran. Now we're like, Ghost actually getting wrecked on production. But there is going to be a snipe. This is a lot of damage for Terran. The Ghost Academy is on fire. It is not dead. Oh my god. Okay. The repositioning, I like this. Adaptive Talons is done too. And Seismic Spines, wait. I honestly am a little surprised. Fiant actually playing like a champ. His Fiant won his way back in this game. We are now ahead on the Zerg side on bases. He's ahead. There's 25 workers left. Has Zerg done this? He was behind on upgrades. Is it Imba? Or am I bad? I feel like we're watching a refined version of Slip Dip's video on Hearthstone. Oh my dear lord. What? Oh, GG. Fiant is there. Alright, chat. So that was game number 1. GG. Wow, I was shocked to see that. Mr. L, a very strong opponent, but yeah, that was a little rough. Kyobe's wondering why his lurkers didn't do that versus Shake here. Oh my dear lord. Should have wore a hat today, huh? I got up about an hour ago, guys. I was a dumbass last night. No. There is not. It's a bi-weekly. I said screw it. Oh, it's Fiant's birthday. Everybody, it is. Weed and whiskey, beer and cigarettes. Like the video that Flapjack shared with us last night. I actually am going to play that after the tournament again because it was so fucking funny. I got to find it. The guy's a little weird, but he's a comedian. But it's like Future Dave, basically, is what people were joking. You're going to cast the tournament tomorrow? Nice. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. Um... Alright. Mr. Host the maps. Alright, we're waiting on the maps to get in. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to try to see what's going on. So, by the way, I didn't hit the nice Freedom Flyer. Okay, Mr. L just said, sorry, I'm just crying over the lurkers a little bit. Alright. How you doing, some kid? What is up? Alright, let's see what game number 2 brings us. And Fiat with the surprising comeback in the first game. Spawning in the upper right. The legendary, the mysterious Mr. L. Who took an L the last game. Our Red Terran player. And in the bottom left. From Alpha X. It is Fiat. The blue Zerg who somehow managed to get Mr. L to throw the last game. Big oof. I mean, to be honest, last game certainly was a bit of a throw here. No problem, some kid. Not a problem. Alright. Looks like we have more of a standard opener this game from Fiat. And Kyobi had a good point. You think if Terran kept pushing instead of trying to run to defend the lurkers, it would have got him? Yeah. He really needed to push out there and just end the game. Because he wouldn't be able to... He didn't have enough tanks to deal with that army. Like, if you're fighting lurkers, you need tanks. Like, period. Sometimes I almost... Oh, I don't know why that happened, but... Yeah, my bot screwed up again. Anyway. So we have a low ground CC. This time it's a little more standard of an opener. And, yeah. Are we going to see 1-1-1 this time? That pesky overlord. Okay. It's a little bit quick for a third base, but it's important to get it down from a Reaper. No, but that's actually a scouting Marine. Interestingly enough. I like Fiat's riskiness with his Overlord. You gotta get vision on Terran. But an interesting choice to use a Marine Scout from Mr. L. Okay, so are we gonna see many Cyclones or just a Cyclone? Okay. We are gonna see 1-1-1 from our Terran. Interesting, a Widowmine as his third factory unit. So we just have one scouting Hellion. He's going to see what position Fiat's in. Is he going to check triangle? Okay, the Zerg player is just droning up Fiat's on 2 base saturation. Our Terran player is getting there.
Imagine.
Okay. Terran's got some pretty good vision on everything going on, but the little hit squad on the side just to get some poking with lings is going to make its way in. Oh. They might actually get a little bit of damage. They will get some damage. 4 lings. Oh my god. Hellion's doing nothing, really. Okay. The lings do kill 3 workers and belay the wall. Okay. So we have a medevac dropping in with Widow Mines, Marine. A Widow Mine and Marines. Oof. And meanwhile, there's a little hit squad going on in the front. The Liberator is probably going to clean this up. Okay, now Monster really lost. We had a little bit of a tit for tat with the worker losses. Zerg only losing 3 drones to that drop is actually pretty good, but the drop still lives. You did lose a Widow Mine on Terran's side. There is a Liberator and tank defending. Okay, it is in 1-1-1 really. He's now back up to 3 racks and 2 base saturation. Pretty much. Third command center going down behind this. This drop is going to get some more kills. Mr. L's just got a little bit of committed pressure, nothing too crazy. He's not spending a lot of money on this, and a Liberator is going to go push into the natural. Well, I like the expansion path Fiant's taking on the left side. He's already spread his creep that way, so why not continue on? His 4th base is to the northwest of Triangle. A Liberator is going to jump on top of this dead center, killing... Oh, is it going to kill the Overlord before it pops? No, it is not. It is going to kill... Oh, that Spore finishing just in time, but we see 8 workers go down for our Zerg player. Alright. That's not really going to kill anything, or shouldn't. It's just 3 Marines. Okay. Terran's starting to get in that spot where he's got enough to push out with in a little bit. Okay. Honestly, he's in a very good spot. 1 Marine is saved. It's a lot of lings, but that's all that is a lot of lings. Mr. L is retreating. He does have centrifugal hooks, but there is no upgrades for Zerg. 1-1 is well on its way for Terran. The Ling hit squad is held back by the wall. This random scouter supply depot is going to be shut down, but Terran is going to push out while they can. Pretty even supplies, and Overlord going down. Oh, we're going to need to see some good pickups. Oh no, we aren't. Siege tank's in a great position for Mr. L. Okay. Wait, what happened to that 3rd tank? Is that a misclick? Still, this was pretty good for our Terran player. Mr. L is now ahead. Yeah, he just killed his own tank. Amazing. Magnet, one thing I didn't do was put in the links, but I'm a little late to the draw today. Alright, so a couple overseers being not only denied but killed and forming. Fiant needed that like a hole in the head. Just like Mr. L with his hero tanks, which are they're so Chad, they killed their 3rd. Oh my god. Oh my god, get wrecked. Boom. Okay, we've seen Fiat crawl his way back last game, but he's very behind on upgrades this game. Apparently 2-2 lurkers are a good unit though. So let's see if we see more of the same this game. Oh, and beautiful Ling run by. Much like the last game, there are no Banelings this time. How many of these workers does he catch with Lings? The Impure Ling. Oh god. Oh, does he get a little surround on the Marines? Yeah, so some Marines go down too. Not horrible. Okay, we see the switch up to Marauders now with our infantry hit squad. Dear Lord. Okay, Fiat's bought himself some time. This has been definitely interesting. He's lost so much, but he's trying to get whatever trades he can. If he keeps chiseling away like this, he'll be fine. Yeah, Belarg asked if he could... But I can do that. Alright, let's see here. Oh my god. A complete surround. The tank is... Oh my god, the tank did do some damage, but not near enough. But the main base might be in trouble. This layer... Okay. There's some Lings. Yeah, that's all the Lings. Creep spread was just enough to get him back in time. Fiat is okay. But there is a nice little Marine force with a Marauder going into the 5th base. 4th was destroyed and denied. But that's a lot of Queens. Okay, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hit him like a throat punch right here. Oh my god. Oh my god, meanwhile a Liberator going into the 3rd base. Queens all gathered to where the 4th was. Okay, there are some Lings. A lot of the bio squads going down. This is just a nice counterattack from Zerg, but there is a planetary fortress in Triangle for Terran on his 4th. The 5th base, which is now the 4th base, is going down for Zerg. 15 drones down. The entire army can't push out against Terran because it's defended. Oh my god. Is it going to drop into his 3rd? If this drops into the triangle 3rd of Zerg, this could cause some problems because, well, we're at a base raid pretty much. And I don't think this is going to go in favor of our Zerg buddy. Oh, he kills the Widow Mines. It's actually pretty good for our Zerg player, but the natural and the 3rd are taking some damage. There's nothing really defending the 3rd. This is what I was talking about. This could be a bit of a problem for Fiat. Okay, this is 100. Wow. This is definitely a spicy game. Holy crap. Meanwhile, the surround on the planetary fortress at quite a bit of cost in units. Normally, I wouldn't hate that if there was any economy behind this. But Fiat is pretty much all in. We're going to see upgrades complete. But he's literally fighting with drones and Queens. And he's gonna, not only did he lose all his workers, he's about to lose one of his last bases. And the Banes don't even get, oh wow, barely living. He might want to transfuse, but I have a feeling he's gonna need injects. There's just 2 Marauders and 2 Marines in that medevac. Mr. L is just insanely ahead. But, I mean, Fiat is getting picked apart here. These guys are both putting on some good games for us, that's for sure. We have trader tanks. Usually people think trader mines. We have Fiant with Balls of Steel trying to base trade a Terran. Fiant actually has the spirit of a Protoss as a Zerg, and he's gonna fight. Wait, are you fighting that with your drone? Oh my god. What was that? There's not much left. This is looking like GG here any second. The supply is not lying here, but Fiant's not gonna go down without a oh wait, we have Infestors. Hello? We don't have Neural Parasite, but we have Infestors. So they're about, I think they're more like decorative intimidation, right? They can't cast any fungals, but they're gonna be there to try to scare him back to make him think he researched Neural Parasite. Or Neural Parasite, I'm sorry. Pathogen glands. Oh, they do get a fungal. I mean, hey, if you're gonna go out, Jesus Christ. The Stylen Infestors. I do have the bracket, but I gotta update the bracket and stuff real quick. Good game. So we're on to game 3. I'm gonna join voice. I'm gonna update my bot. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me go to Nightbot, and I'm going to join Magneth and Lobix, I think. Alright. Let me just update this. Let me see here. Bracket. Okay, and that's Reno. Fuck, hang on a second. I had to see what the hell's going on here. Why is this not working? My bot is all goofed up again. Alright, so the other series going on for the semifinals was going on. Just checking. Magneth?
Hey.
You wanted me to hop in? You wanted to cast the in? Alright. I am, just got the bot loaded up there. This is a spicy series so far. We got a 1-1.
Yeah, I saw the end of game 2. Oh, some of it, not just the end.
I gotta figure out what's going on with my bot. Hang on, I'm gonna close this out and reopen it. Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, Belarg asked if he could hop in. I didn't know. I was just gonna fly solo because I'm kind of shot today. That's alright. Alright, let's see here. Interesting. I'm having some issues. So, Mr. L needed a minute. Who do you want to introduce, Magneth?
I'll take the top right. Oh, no, there is no top right on this map. I'll take the top left.
Alright. Magneth trying to get a pass on having to cast anybody. He's like, yo, I'll take top right. The introductions, I mean. Big brain. It's like a 500 IQ play. I'm gonna have to use that sometime. When I get a crowded room of people casting. You know what I'm saying? He's messing with it. Okay, you want top left. Spawning in the bottom right corner of Romanticide LE. It's Mr. O.
And in the top left, calling for Alpha X. It's his birthday today. He turns 15, I think. Fiat.
15? Holy
Oh.
smokes.
Yeah.
He's that young?
Yep.
And he's that good?
He's I think his youngest.
Yeah, wow, I didn't realize
very
that.
good there. Ghosts 2v2 tournament is going on, by the way. If you're gonna end your stream right after, we should probably host him.
Yeah. I forgot he started around the same time. Thanks for reminding me, because I probably would have... realized after the fact.
Usually-
No, I would have saw him on.
Usually, if there's a Legion Invitational, I would probably delay the bi-weekly by a week.
Yeah.
But I completely forgot that 2v2 tournament was also Legion sponsored. Yeah, we should probably promote Legion events more across all the Legion Discords.
Yes.
So we have normal openings from both sides.
Alright.
Nothing too unusual. Yeah, actually, we have a bunker.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's
It
doing
isn't-
the
The hatchery can't even see this.
yeah, it's out of range. There's and he doesn't have an overlord there because it's not Protoss. You know what I mean? Like why would you put an overlord
Yeah.
over your natural?
Yeah,
Oh,
Terrans
it's
can't
stouted
interact
now.
you.
Little too late. He's pulling the boys. No, he's not.
Go into the bunker. Nice. Fiant has to know now that there's something unusual, right?
Yeah.
We have to losing the CV is not great. You could say it's not progress.
No, but I mean,
Very nice match from Mr. L. Also from Fiant.
big brain. Well, but
And
yes.
he kills the bunker, no cell.
So that
yeah,
was
this is
that went from
huge.
being big brain to like big throw right there. Sadly, am I right?
Well, Fiant is supply block. If Fiant wasn't supply block, they're making 5 overlords right now. 2 minutes in. Okay.
Sorry, that's
Both
just
of them making a bunch of blunders in a row. So
Yeah.
Fiant is only starting link speed right now, 100 gas late, no third base. Both of their builds are very scuffed, and I really don't know who's ahead right now.
well,
But
Magnet.
Fiant's attack seems like he's gonna do damage.
Okay, and the bunker is getting another. Well, it's canceled. Didn't you know if you
Yeah,
build
it's true.
5
Yeah.
overlords, they hatch faster?
Mm.
Little pro tip, guys. If your supply block is Zerg, just keep building more overlords. It'll make the
Yeah,
eggs
like the
hatch
laser.
faster. Yeah, exactly. Lucky laser. Oh man. Oh, this is a funny one, huh?
Yeah. As I said earlier, we have a very strong lineup for this top 4 and this bi-weekly. You could say the guy who made the seeding was very good, but who knows?
Nice. Good job, Magnet. Alright, and Overlord goes down, finally.
Wait, what's this in your chat? Dollar ops time source DT
My
GIF
bot's
on off
screwed up.
3. What?
my bot screwed up. I tried relogging it, and I have to fix that after for when I stream later on tonight.
So we have a 2-1 from Mr. L, but of course due to the weird nature of this game, it's incredibly delayed.
Yeah. Okay.
It would usually have moved out like 10 seconds ago, but it's only spawning now.
Yep.
Oh, the medvacs aren't even done.
Yeah.
And Stim is far away from finishing. Like it's not gonna have Stim done until 5:40.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
This is the same build you did last game.
Not last game. He did 2-1-1 the first game.
And he lost that one, right?
Yeah. But he wasn't.
Yeah,
well, the first game he was insanely ahead. He got cheesed in game number 1, was the thing. But like, the interesting thing was if Fiat had chosen to do like the 5 roach push, he probably would have just won the game. But he decided to. I don't know. It was just a few strategical errors. Mistakes were made.
If Ian was just making 6 overlords, by the way, when you were talking.
How you doing, Wild Hunt?
So I was saying this build is all in from Mistral, very all in.
Yeah, I just keep going back to the rocks because you know.
He's also going on. He had no workers mining in his main base because he was building 6 buildings at once.
Yeah.
Kion
Okay.
has a lot of burdens. He's reacting very safely to this, and I do not disagree with his choices.
Yeah, is he gonna get a cancel on the Evo? He is. Queen goes
I
down.
very much like this position. Like, look at the trades. Twice as well. Twice as good for.
Oh my God! He
not
even gets the.
anymore.
Yeah, he even gets a medevac out of that. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Buff queens. Kion should play some tumors between the natural and the main.
Yeah.
We have 7 rack from Mr. L. 8 racks even. So
I'd like to see a tumor on
went
the edge
from-
where the 2 Evos are in the main base, to be honest.
Mr. L is massively ahead in upgrades if he starts his 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
Fiat's
not.
been on his back foot for a bit. Wow, Wild
guess
Hunt
he's not
woke up an
gonna-
hour ago. So did I, buddy. So did I. You were. I ended up
that's
going to
bad.
bed at 7. Sorry. Let's see here. Okay.
So we have Fiat obviously super far ahead in supply. Economy, surprisingly, Mr. L is ahead. But Mr. L is not using all his production.
Maybe he forgot the controls.
Like he's
Yeah, he doesn't have his first. Okay, now. See now? No. I think you forgot to control groups and stuff.
So we have Hydras as a choice from Zerg. I expect a lurker than an infestation pit soon. But Zerg still choosing to send relatively low gas count. Okay, now he's saturating his 4th base gases. I'd like to see a 5th base as well.
Game paused.
Oh boy. Well, we don't have water in the keyboard this time. They just need to get water. That's the Daniello move. You spill water in your keyboard, like.
Look
3
at
times.
Fiat's supply, by the way.
Yeah, Fiat's in a very good position this game. Oh.
No, I mean
His
how
supply
much
wise.
out of how much. He's made a lot of overlords last round.
Yeah. Yeah, he's literally catching up here, but. Yeah, this is definitely still anyone's game, but he's in a good. Both players are in a good spot, but we have a good Ling Bane hit squad going in toward the 3rd base, which is pretty defended. That's very defended. And just a little, that, you know, the remnants of the 2-1-1 push in the northeast. Wow. We've officially witnessed the longest second in history, folks. Think we're going to set a Guinness World Record here?
I've had longer seconds.
Yeah, true. Me too. Actually, never mind. It's actually kind of underwhelming. What's up, the pro? How you doing? Refs need to... Oh, somebody needs to unpause it.
Game resumed.
Sorry. Feels bad. Imagine being the ref. I had to add my commentary first. Okay, the Banelings running for their life. Oh my god. No, they're not. Beautiful 360 surround. Hello? Okay, the Marine hit squad is going to come up, try to kill some creep tumors, expecting a fourth, but there, or fifth. There is no fifth base, but there's a lot of queens. And a lot of lings. Rambo is going to make it. Chad Marine, with a little bit of health, actually survives. It'd be a nice little, like, change of pace, but we know he's going into lurkers. Magnath. You know what I'd like to see this game? Magnath? I guess Magnath.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm here.
I'd like to see. I would have liked to see mutas just to throw him off. Like, build a couple of hydras and do this random muted tech switch. Get him off.
I would have
he's
liked
going
to
to lurkers.
see. I would have liked to see faster hive.
Yeah.
Faster lurker then.
Yeah, he's kind of. I don't know if I like this expansion path. He should have just taken his safer fifth base. I mean, it's good for creep spread, but you know what I'm saying? Even if he took the one with the rich gas.
Do you feel like this is too many queens from Mr. Fiat?
Not really. Because he's...
Look at the natural.
Wait. Yeah, no, you're talking the triangle? Yeah, he's got a lot of queens.
No, I mean the natural. There was a run by.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually a pretty good
Tank
position.
clearing all the veins.
Yeah, this was a very good position for Mr. L.
Look at units lost. They've almost freezed out in favor of
Oh yeah.
Mr. L. But look at the health on these units. They have no health. Overextended as heck. Should go back to the tanks and regen a bit.
Yeah, I think, well, here's the thing, too. They're so damaged, these medevacs are pretty well drained, too, so... These units are going to remain damaged, and, well, no, there's 2 more medevacs coming.
New medevacs, yeah.
Lurker Den is complete.
And the hive is also done.
Yep.
Now I'm a bit more afraid for Mistral, but he's going into Liberators and more tanks. He also has a second factory, I believe.
He's gonna need to drop a Ghost Academy too.
Yeah, he does have a second factory too.
Yeah, we have no Ghost Academy yet, which...
I think he can delay the Ghost for very long when he has 2 factories and Liberators.
Oh yeah, double factories. Much
Although,
yeah, this is gonna...
are questionable.
If you're going Ling Bane, Hydra, Lurker, I think Widow Mines aren't too bad, just having a few defensively even like this, because one Widow Mine can be worth its weight in gold when it comes to Banelings.
Yep. You know, against Protoss, like, Widow Mines against Protoss are kind of different than against her, because they always pay for themselves, because they one-shot units, and all Protoss units are more expensive than Widow Mines.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But against Zerg, they could just kill with single Zergling and not pay for themselves.
Hey, even heavily damaged fucking immortals, for Christ's sakes. It's insane.
True.
Look at Terran. Oh my god. Alright, that is the safest Liberator play I've seen. Did you see that for a second? But he's actually going to leave it there in position of the Spore. So as I just said that, he did... What?
I should probably follow your vision.
Yeah, the Liberator was, Oh my god. This is the fourth that's going down.
Zoom out, zoom out.
Let's see this whole fight. Oh my god. That fight from the south with the tank was pretty good for Terran. Siege tanks
Seems
just...
like Mr. L. Seems like Mr. L is slightly ahead. Not too much, but slightly. If we look at the banks.
Yeah, it's just it's mine and yeah, it's pretty close. One thing I'd like to point out out of Fiant, and maybe it's just stylistic. Usually when that happens, I've always been told from many of my Zerg senseis, usually when you're losing a base, you need to immediately expand or even take 2 bases later. And we've seen him kind of bail a little on his back foot. He doesn't seem like he's as quick to grab one. He did take his
yeah, I'm a big
third.
fan of I'm a big fan of double expansions from Zerg. Look at the side of Mr. L.
Yep. Mr. L has a Lurker hit squad going in with natural. And
Wow, Lurkers reach so long, they're killing a bunker.
yeah. Okay, but there's a high ground tank. I like the double factory this game. Oh wait. Oh, that Widow Mine almost kills. Yeah, it almost kills a Lurker.
Marauder.
Oh, come on,
Just
Chad
an
Marauder.
assist on the Lurk.
Oh, a Widow Mine and a Marauder.
look at the fight, look at the fight,
The fight down here in the bottom left. A base goes down. Dear Lord.
Yeah. I think this is Fiant's game to lose now. Look at the top.
Yeah, there's a nice little Marine Marauder hit squad pushing into
Kill the
what
base
would be
and
his
stuff,
third
right?
if he didn't take triangle.
Bio is so much DPS.
Yeah. Bio strong. Okay.
Now it clears out the Lurkers and is natural.
Okay. Mr. L actually lower on supply. But realistically, we've seen not that many workers killed this game. That's the surprising thing. We've seen more bases die. We've seen more buildings die. We've seen a slight little, just a little bit of mild cheese in the beginning of the game that got shut down and resulted in catastrophic events for both players. But this game is still going. Oh, look at Widow Mines. Wait. Oh, wait. Actually, that was beautiful. The Widow Mine targeted one wing off the side.
Now, does Mr. L see this push coming? It's on his minimap.
Yeah, look.
But
Yeah, he had 2 medevacs. I think he saw that for a second.
and now,
There's a counter push.
good
Why did...
save on the SUVs.
Yeah, the counter push going in to the southwest after that planetary goes down. There are 2 lurkers to defend.
Oh, these Lurkers are getting amazing praise.
Oh god. If nothing else to help, but does the hatchery go down? I think it's gonna go down. Nope. Barely lives. Oh, look at
Very
this.
good creep control from Mr. L this game.
Yeah, his creep sniping has been beautiful.
Creep clearing. I feel like this is a common occurrence in Mr. L games where he just gets overstimmed.
Oh my god, these two metapacks are gonna go down. Well,
Oh, he saved them.
yeah, that was a beautiful save. There
What
still is a
multitasking chat.
a
never
medevac
mind.
in the northeast, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is wild.
6 tanks, nice.
There's still about even
Like-
like we used to have a little bit more mining from Fiat, but because that planetary fortress went down, but it's about to correct itself.
The incomes are practically 2 base incomes for both of them right now.
Yeah.
Or even 1.5 base, you could say.
Yeah, on one hand, we've had creep control, but the other, Fiat's been literally doing base control. He's literally denied expansions for seemingly forever and even killed the planetary. Oh, look at that. The last second burrow. Oh, no, tanks. Just, oh, man.
Nice. Nice. I think it was in a Hydra and Lurker.
Yeah, it was on a lurker. Oh god, that lurker's gonna go down.
Ghosts are OP.
Ghosts are OP. So the Hydra isn't running back for dear life. And sniping that command center was a pretty good move, but losing lurkers is kind of rough.
So the main supply advantage for Fiat in this game is Hydras. They
Yeah.
have similar army and workers outside of the huge Hydra count for Fiat.
I don't hate it really because they could potentially become lurkers as long as he can keep his economy up. Oh, okay.
That's huge for mine. But losing this planetary is very, very expensive for Mr. L.
Wait, a
Barely has
nuke?
any economy.
A nuke?
Nukes?
Nuclear launch detected.
Nukes
Is it gonna
and
land?
such
I
low
think so.
eco-
That hatchery might go down.
No, it's still got another nuke in it, that hatchery. Never mind, you're right.
Okay, a nuke and a drop.
He's gonna soften up the hatchery enough to...
I'll be honest though.
The Lean is gonna die in the nuke.
No, his own army's gonna die. Oh my god, I think those trades were well and okay, but that ghost may actually.
That was very funny.
Chad
We
Ghost.
should have battle report next time.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Jesus
That
Christ,
ghost
the
is
guy
fun
just
so
kills.
Uh,
Wait, there's a lot of overlords clumped up over in the quadrant where those lurkers were. Oh my god, these overlords. Wait, what's the irony? There's like 2 Marines. He never got OV speed.
Oh, he blocked his own Marines with the tanks.
What is this game? So many.
Terran Sim City, man. Also, Overlord speed not done 20 minutes in.
It's Magnet Freedom Flyer. Oh my god. I didn't even realize
no,
that. That
no. He can't. He isn't looking. Just lost his own army.
Yep, he lost his army, and there is another nuke. This time, before I was gonna say Fiat was very boss at pulling drones. Oh, he does save his drones. He loses only 2, 10. Oh my god, these lurkers are doing the work.
Yeah. Mr. L has fallen apart. It
Yeah.
seems like we're gonna have Peon versus Daniello in the finals.
I think he was so happy to see. You know what those overlords were, Magnus, by the way?
They were accidentally hockeyed in the army.
Yep. Well, no, they were the original 5 overlords that were accidentally, they were built to, get them to produce faster, Kappa.
Yeah. Lurkers are too good this game. Zerg never even had to make Vipers. Terra never had a tie with tank count until now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be an SCV, or never mind. I was gonna say it's gonna be an SCV massacre.
You know what I really would have liked to see out of Mr. L this game? For a build, again, just knowing that he likes lurkers. Triple factory tank. Triple factory tank would have been the play.
He's doing 5 factory tank right now.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying starting out. for that build. I'm saying originally.
I
Not
agree.
the-
Widowmine just killed 3 lurkers, by the way. In the middle here. Yep.
Oh, this
Not
isn't
in the
even a
middle, I meant in the
planetary.
bottom.
This is gonna go down, man.
It goes from bad to worse.
Oh my god, but this nuke. Yeah, it's going bad for Mr. L, but if this... Oh, no. Fiant too
You should
good.
check Fion's vision whenever there's a move.
Yeah,
just to see
I-
how much he's not looking around.
Oh, yeah. But basically, you can see him as... Fiant's reaction is ridiculously good, I gotta say. Like, he's responded
Yeah.
throughout this game, like, while an attack's going on, to, like, 2 nukes at the same time. It's pretty wild. And at the same time, Lurker good unit. Okay, Lurker dead unit. Protoss OP and Zerg Nimba. Sorry, guys.
He's
I
staring
thought
at
I
the
was-
cow.
GG.
GG, congrats to Fiant. It's time for the finals. And Loblix, I believe, will be joining us for the final.
Nice, nice. GG. Oh, and another Zerg Nimba too at that. Jesus, Lurker good unit. That was a good series. Where's this music coming from? Oh well. And we're in the finals. Gotta refresh the bracket after.
Mr. L is a bit annoyed.
My poor bot is dead. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix this quick. Where's my phone? Alright, so I'm gonna take a few for
Welcome, Loblix.
Hey Lobix.
Hello.
Good, how's it going?
Good, good.
How's the cheese board going?
Huh?
How's the cheese board going?
Ate everything. Normal that.
Ghost Academy for snipes instead of nukes, I don't know. Yeah, that was a wild series we just got. Holy shit.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun from watching.
Alright, I'm trying to fix my bot here. Wait, are you queued up in a game? They're doing the vetoes, gotcha. Oh, it's Daniello and Fiant? Oh, man. This is gonna be some spice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I expect to see a lot of Void Rays and carries. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm gonna make. Are we gonna do a full best of 5 or are we doing a best of.
It's a
Three.
full best of 5.
Okay, I am gonna make a tweet about this quick. Finals. Tweet. Alright, guys.
Third is toilet 1 sec. Nice.
Just gonna eat something after this guy.
Three L's equals late chain.
Oh. I thought it was 3 is.
3. Oh, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, what?
I did not notice that was an L. Well,
Or I think it was a
not-
capital I. I don't know, it looks like an L.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he? Ooh, they're gonna have Beckett as one of them if for map 4 potentially. Oh, yeah, Beckett's vetoed. I don't blame Fiat for trying to get it. If you could bear with me just a minute, I have to take care of something real quick, Magnet. If you can let them know if they're done vetoing it. Thank you.
Do you have any expectations for this series, Noblex?
I have the expectation that Giant is gonna win it close. I would say it's 3-2 or something. 3-1. I don't really know exactly. Well,
Let's
Danny
set
might
a
win. It's really hard
prediction.
to know.
Last couple of times, Danny has won. I think our last 2 or 3 series. Mostly by just going straight to late game and Fion struggling in the late game. Similarly,
that's
what
his
happened
style,
in
that's his
Fion versus Shelch.
Yeah, I still do that against other people as well, and they don't seem to like it too much. But from what I've watched on Fion, his late game doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. I see him try and play against Chouch.
It's not that bad. Shelch's late game is exceptionally good. But I think it's not his strong suit for sure. Like, I think Fion is at his strongest when he queen marches.
Well, that's every Turk strong. Just thinking Queen March is a lot of things just playing into Dennis now, because Dennis is gonna, I assume, play very Void Ray Disruptor.
Sorry. Oops. Loblex, I got you cranked very up to like maximum on Discord. Or you sound a little quiet. Is there any way you can?
Yeah, my microphone is kind of shit. I don't know. It's always really silent.
Predictions live for
crank
those
it
in
up
the
to
chat, by the way.
maximum, and then it should be
I got you.
fine.
Thank you. Sorry for the music glitch. I didn't realize there was music going in my absence, and for leaving you guys alone. You were fine.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm actually excited for this finals. Fiat and Daniello, 2 of my favorite players in Legion Cup.
Yep. That's a
See-
good final.
You guys ready to cast me next year when I'm the Legion Cup champion? You know,
Of course.
for all of 2022. There'll be like 3 people playing StarCraft left. Be like, yes, I did it. No, I'm just kidding.
Finally. You win your own prize pool.
Exactly. I'm playing against a Platinum 3 player.
Winning 3-2. Close series.
Freedom Flyer, you literally left your team and didn't join my team. So no, you're not my favorite player. Exactly. Team
He
Gosu.
joined Team Ghost, and he joined Risen from not Risen. What's it called? What's the name? Remember the game. Remember the game. That's the one.
Yep, XRTG to now he's in Team Gosu. I like teasing Freedom Flyer. Sorry.
You want to take the top right? Either of you?
You guys do the honors. Lobix, do you want to do it?
Alright, I start in the top right. In the top right, from the Drunken Outlaws, it's Daniela.
We only have 1 point predicted. Nice.
Magnus?
So in the bottom left, we have from Alphax, once again, the birthday boy for those who haven't heard. It is Fion going 12th on this map. With a very oddly path drone.
He is proxy hatching. Boom would be so happy right now. Cheese the Protoss. It's happening.
How are we gonna follow the vision? Do you want to follow my vision? We should have one observer since we're so many.
Well. Okay, 3. Alright.
Try.
I had to find which one was you. Okay, there it is.
That spot is not
So
ideal.
I hope we see a forge from. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
nice.
I don't see why he doesn't put the cyber core
Instant
to block it.
instant chrono on the zealot is questionable because
He's gonna be split.
he's not gonna have the second zealot. Yep, exactly.
I mean, at least it's gonna be out in time, but it's not ideal.
I hope he plugs the wall. He doesn't plug the wall. Plug the wall. Yeah. This is not
Okay,
great.
cyber core a bit different.
Oh, 12 pull, drone pull.
Game 1 is over in under 2 minutes.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Kill the silo.
Okay. He didn't kill the pylon. It's actually kind of big.
It's very big.
Okay.
The silo is gonna come out.
He's letting
Nice,
the pylon get some energy to buy
Okay.
some time. Oh, he wants
Yeah,
to get the
but-
zealot.
It's too many probes, yeah. GG.
Yes, that was everything. Well, that
Gone
was
with the
Well done.
cheeky cheese.
that was spicy, to say the least.
I think he could have blocked it with this. If he placed his cyber core like next to his gate, he could have blocked off the wall space. And there would have
Next
been a
map
hole
is
for the link to
outside.
go in.
No! Oh,
Then
I've
he's
been aimed
complaining.
again.
Green Ultralisk. What's up? That was a spicy game.
Thank you to everyone in the chat for watching. By the way, we have Observer Plus, so we can use the battle report.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome, Captain Canuck in the chat.
People are memeing on me with the, oh, you all are, that's funny.
Mhm.
That's just the script for changing the scene, but it's not passing off to. No delay. Captain Canuck, how you doing? Alright.
It's breaking completely. Oh, it's not breaking.
No,
Freedom
people
Fire,
are,
so-
yeah, Freedom
Listen.
Flare and Green were copying and pasting that. Very good. I'm, sort of awake. We're getting a
Oxide.
extra spicy finals. Good to hear, Captain Canuck. Alright, so. Mind if I do the honors?
Go ahead.
Okay, spawning in the bottom left corner of Oxide LE. From the Drunken Outlaws, we have Daniello. And it's not passing off to you guys. Wait.
Go ahead, Nug.
Okay.
In the top right, once again, I'm giving the introduction to Fiat. This time, not while fooling. Playing for Alpha X. It's Fiat. That's a really cool decal from Fiat. If you look in front of his base, it's
Yeah.
a gun and a sword and a skull.
Yeah, so I think that's. I can't remember which
It's from
one.
Nova Covert
It is
Ops.
Nova. Oh, okay. It is
At least the
Nova.
gun and the sword are. I don't know about this skull.
Yeah.
From what is it?
Nova Covert Ops, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
No clue.
So we have a normal opening. This map is I wouldn't say it's the
Daniello's like,
then I'm happier expanding.
and more accurately on the right side of the map. Well, the normal side of the map. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the wrong side of the map if it wins. Okay.
I hope Jan goes for another all-in, just to annoy them.
Yeah, this map is it's not bad for Queen March. I see way more Queen Marches on this map than I would ever expect in
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Well, we'll see. And he likes taking triangle anyway, as you know. So if it's
In
triangle
general-
and this, you could psych out a queen walk though too. But yeah, I can see a queen walk for
yeah.
sure.
But then he
So
often
he's
goes
taking-
past his Raptors. So,
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
It depends on what kind of Queen Walk.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would guess we'd see. We'll see if we're gonna get Stargate or not. We are. I mean, who would? I'm under the rule of thumb that why not go Stargate anymore? Like, honestly,
It's the best opener.
it is the best opener in PvZ, hands down.
Most solid. Everything. I'm also I'm gonna be surprised if we don't see a second Stargate later. And maybe then a third, and then a fourth, and a carrier, another carrier.
Yeah. I mean, 4-gate glaive,
Uh,
super good. But let's be real, safest opener, strongest opener, Stargate. Easy.
Yeah.
I
think
would
it
say
is also quite good in the meta. Sorry, Mega.
I would think just this map is probably the best map for Protoss late game against Zerg.
Mm-hmm.
They're generally Zerg wants to try and steal bases from your side of the map, so on this map there are 7 bases for each player. Or no, it's actually 6 bases for each player. So in the end, Zerg wants to be 7 bases versus your 5. So he steals a base from your side. Can't really steal a base on this map.
Yeah, it's very far from one half to the other, basically.
For sure.
Yeah.
Shankir is actually
And
pointing
in
out.
addition to that, go ahead.
By the way, if he just noticed if Fiat wins, they're gonna have the same points in the overall standings. Interesting little side note. Daniello's.
Yeah, interesting fun fact. Let's look at the standings right now. I'll link them in chat.
So.
That's in.
Alright, let's see.
Is the Berserker League also in this? For the point?
Soon to be.
So I'm not at 0.
Okay.
You're gonna get 60 soon. I think you already have some points. No,
Protoss
Blitz,
is
so-
very safe.
No, never mind. Oh yeah, you do have some points. You do have the 60 from Berserker League.
Okay, the Oracle gets a rev tag, lives. Don't worry, Magnath, as you're doing that, I'm bouncing between observing. I was like,
sorry, I'm back to
You're
observing
fine.
now. When are we gonna see you earning some points, Mr. Dave?
oh, yeah, I need to win anything, to be honest. Like,
Just qualifying for an event
I
gives
mean-
you points.
Now that Ghost has been another traitor of Legion, you know, I'm going to, I might have to stop throwing tournaments all the time, because it's usually a tradition that I have to get really drunk and plan tournaments and do stupid strategies like take every Nexus on the map before building a unit.
Oh,
When
we
I
have
stop doing
the
that,
fastest Queen Walk.
yeah, he's pretty questionable, but oh
I
no.
like it. This is very tough for Daniello.
Yeah, he has no units, he has no static. There's one roach
Yeah.
and 4
Like-
queens. 5 queens.
I would like for Fiant to keep killing the static defense with the ground units.
Yeah, he has
Like,
to.
don't be so afraid.
Pepega is cast, and it's gonna go down. Oh,
I
that's
feel
a
like
lot more
Fiant
queens.
has just won this game right now. There is
Yeah.
no Robo Bay even coming up.
Yeah. I mean, the whole goal of the German sidewalk, if you will, and this isn't quite the sidewalk, but actually the timing was good, is to kill the third.
This is just the Queen Walk, not the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
it's not the
It's
sidewalk,
the
but
build
it's-
that
you just
It's
literally...
very
this one
uninverted,
came up
though.
Yeah,
So he
this
has
is-
to kind of kill him directly, like he can't just go home.
And
now.
he's gonna, the Link
Yeah.
made it in. There's just no stopping this. It's all Void Rays. God save the Queen.
buff queens.
Oh man. Oh man. Feel Zerg.
He has 36 probes on that player. Yeah, Gaussizer.
Yeah. Optimal saturation.
And
Yeah,
now
a lot
Danny's
of
gonna give
quadrants,
us an
Can I get an F in chat from every Protoss that's watching right now? See,
we have only 3 queens at home for Denny. Not Denny, Theon. I'd love for him to make more IGR, but it's game over anyway.
the
GG.
only reason
Now,
I like Void Rays against Zerg is just to get them to build queens and do queen walks or go to Hydras. But realistically, I don't like double Stargate personally. I like Stargate openers, but I don't like double Stargate. Cuz he could have he didn't have didn't really have like charge lots, he didn't have anything, no Robo Bay, nothing to he didn't even have any immortals out, you know what I mean? Like nothing was there to defend that.
Yeah, against this kind of Queen Walk, you can actually give up your third base and just defend the second.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Zerg doesn't have enough
well,
drones. It's like a 40-something
I-
drone count. You can just kind of defend on the ramp in the second base.
Wait, did I cancel that? Oops.
yeah, good thing you did. I hadn't made it with the Mog.
Oof.
So, something I like to do, it depends on what units you make, but basically you just counterattack with your air units and defend with the ground units in static defense on 2 base against this kind of Queen March.
Yeah, usually it's...
Like-
To be honest,
You kill like 10, 20 drones with your oracles, and then with the void, if you're going Void Rays instead of oracles, just snipe a base and then recall.
yeah.
The thing was, Daniello had an Oracle. He should have scouted that earlier, but he just didn't really realize it until it was too late.
I think he knew it was coming, but the Queen March took so little time to actually happen. He didn't have enough time to put up his static defense.
Well,
He
the way
also
he did
didn't
that, I
have
think it
many
was-
adepts
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think like the way
defending it perfectly.
he did his buildings with the Forge and the Robo.
Yeah.
Like it's good if it's like a 55 drone Queen Walk against the quicker one.
Yeah.
Which will die.
Which one
Exactly.
of you... Let's
That's why I
have you
said it
guys do
depends
the...
on the type of Queen March.
Let's have you guys do the
I'll
honors.
take Denny. I've taken Fion too many times.
All right, go ahead.
True
So
Countess.
in the top left, from the Drunken Outlaws, also quite young, like he's not much older than Fiant. It is Denny.
And in the bottom right, from Alpha X, up 2-0, it is Fiant.
All right. And in the natural, we have a drone making a hatchery. Not a 12 pool.
Yay. Then he used to cannon rush quite a bit. He kind of stopped doing that.
You guys might actually
you still
finally see
can't-
me playing, by the way, I gotta say. Yeah, you still could, you're right. But,
He still cannon rushes versus Protoss. I never really saw him cannon rushing versus Zerg.
yeah.
Oh really? I just saw him a few times.
I'm
That is the
surprised
big
he
thing, though.
hadn't, to be honest, because... I mean, he got pretty aggressively cheesed in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think he's still confident that he can do the Stargate. And he still thinks he's gonna win late game if he gets to late game.
I think Denny forgot his cyber core. That's why he had 2 probes full.
Yeah, that's a bit late.
You know, now that I'm
Which is also a Queen March map.
Yeah,
if
Light
Denny
Shades-
chooses to go, not to go Twilight, I really dislike Stargate on this map.
yeah,
Like, it's kind of okay if you go Immortal Archon Charge Up. It's not good for Blink Colossus. It's not good for straight air rush.
well, Light
like,
Shade's just
like
it's a
Queen
good
Walk.
12 pool map. It's a good Queen Walk map. It's a good like
It's a good
early
Zerg
Roach
map
Brenner
in
map.
general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
It's
realistically,
very open as well.
like I said, like a single Stargate opener, I think is always fine. You're not in any case,
Yeah.
just having one Stargate is never a bad situation for you. It's just like unless you're getting like Bane busted and you don't scout
It
it.
depends on
obviously,
your
but-
build, you know.
Yeah,
If you're going Twilight Forge, Charge, +1, and then with a relatively
Yeah.
late Robo, you're probably dead to the Queen March.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to scout it.
Okay. Zerg is gonna scout the Stargate.
I still expect Daniela to do his double Stargate. But he might go into Disruptors a bit quicker than last game.
Yeah.
Early second natural gases. Just the same build as last game, basically.
Yeah.
I would like to see a Robo before before third base, for the sake of safety
Yeah.
from Danielle. Or even just a second Stargate before third base. Just anything for the sake of safety, really. Put Scrubs into gas. Standard build from Fiant. He's delaying his gases.
Yeah. He's,
He has...
If
he
doesn't want
might
to
be
only
Queen Marching
fight,
again.
play your gases. No need to make them.
We do have a Robo and second Stargate. The second Stargate's almost done, but the Robo's a ways off, but he's getting it a little faster. So he is getting his Robo before his third base.
So, Fiant is threading creep in the wrong way away from the Queen March path. So I imagine he's not Queen Marching.
Yeah, he's already producing like 8
Because
drones.
you usually want to spread creep this way instead of this way.
Okay, Roachmore and Andy's still not getting extra gases. Interesting.
Oracle comes in, kills a couple drones. Could have killed 3 even, but 2 is conservative and good enough. He has
Yeah.
full Oracle HP, so. He's taking that 4th base before extra gases. This
This is just very.
is a new build order to me.
This is like.
Oh.
This is like a ZVT kind of style. One gas,
Yeah, you could
pure.
Very
he is-
greedy.
say.
For
One gas layer. And a very greedy. Okay, he's taking a second gas. I think he's planning on going Link Bane. He's even getting melee.
Yep.
A very late third base from Danielo. Takes it after taking Robo Bay. He's just that scared, I guess.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
confused.
Turned out pretty well for Fiant.
I do worry for Fiant because he's going for a low queen count against early double Stargate. Like he only has 6 queens.
Yeah, that's a bit risky.
Maybe he is supply blocked and that's why, but
At the same time, he's gonna. I have a feeling he's just gonna produce so many lings that it's gonna. Oh, stasis ward.
Your coach is going to Hydras now. Big actually quite fun.
we have more gas taken.
Void Ray Disruptor,
There's
it
done.
is.
Yeah, and I think Fion's build is perfect. Well, not after the Hydra then. If he makes an infestation pit with this Hydra then, I think Fion's build is perfect.
Yeah.
But if he goes for a Hydra Queen all in, I hate it.
But he's making a lot of drones, I think.
Yeah, so he's probably not going Hydra Queen all in, but the Hydra then is weird now.
Yeah.
Even
It's,
getting roach speeds. Weird.
He's not sure what he's actually.
ooh,
running
that
at.
stasis ward, catching all the lings. Well, all the lings, but enough
I
of
think
the
he saw
lings.
this drop.
Yeah, I think it was scouted.
That's a nice Oracle. It has 7 kills now. And still has most of its health. So
Absolutely.
we have Hydras being made. I really want to see a Hive from Mr. Fion. Like, when you're playing against this tile, the best thing you could do is rush a Hive.
Oh, if he gets fat, if
Don't
he got,
have Vipe.
if he had a good time to cracklings, that would be really good for him, honestly.
Yeah, Cracklings are actually really good. He should be denying his static defense as well. Like, there's only one Voider there. He could at least cancel 2 of these cannons.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting the infestation pit now, so we should be getting Vipers soon. 8 gases as well.
Yep.
Hopefully a 5th base soon.
You could also
I-
go for
yeah.
the like, infested turtle style, which is also good now.
Yeah, the dark style.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good, but just simply harder.
Quite hard
Like,
to
I
play.
think it just catches the opponent off guard more than anything. Because it's an odd style for the opponent to play against, but at the same time, it's just hard to... Like, he could just A-move roll you at some point when you don't know it's coming.
You know what's interesting is he's still on melee attack only. I mean, I know it's, you know, usually just using one Evo. But now that he's getting Hydras in there, it's gonna be pretty
Count
funny.
this in the chat. Love watching a cheeser get cheesed.
Yep, we counted. This is not wrong, I'd say. I mean, Daniello is certainly a creative player, to say the least, usually in PvP.
For sure.
Yeah, you know what? I might play in the qualifiers next time. Sign me up, Chief. I think it's time. I play enough of these guys, the NA guys on ladder now.
Time for GM Testa.
I mean, I did play the Grim Reapers Protoss on NA. It was 5-6.
Grim Reaper is quite a good player.
Yeah, and he
I
did cannon
learned
rush
a lot
me.
of my builds from him.
You only can do that.
No, he did, but he surprisingly
He
did
has,
cannon
he
rush me.
has. He has a lot of weird builds. Like he
Yeah.
has this Proxy Tempest build against Zerg, which basically it's a gate forged cannon arch, but you go one Void Ray into Fleet Beacon.
Yeah. Amazed. Alright.
I like this multi-prong from a Zerg Fiant. Just I would like him to pull the Hydras back now.
Oh,
Or-
denying the
Yes,
pylon. That was huge.
The recall is a very big frame play. Okay, the Banelings.
Banelings. Massive damage.
Ooh. We might just have a 3-0 on our hands.
I believe we have witnessed the end.
Like, look at the worker counts.
It is insane. The battle report looking pretty lopsided in one direction.
I do think Denny could do a death push because look at Fion's Vipers. They're quite late.
Yep.
Like they're only just gonna spawn in a few seconds and then start sucking energy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
definitely gonna
I
go
guess-
for a death push.
If I were Fion, I would definitely be sacking in his force base and then spamming Spore Force around the middle of the map here.
It is Shift B, Freedom Flyer. You need to have Observer Plus interface on. Shift B. Okay.
Yeah,
Disruptor
disruptors
control
are
is
gonna
not
make
that
this hard.
Oh, dear lord.
Yeah, this is why kind of dislike Hydras against this, but it's fine if he has Vipers out. Yeah, the Vipers have gained some energy now.
Oh, they have basically no disruptors when he left.
Yeah.
So
And there are 4 disruptors, and they're getting maximum balance. Oh, they died actually. That's a good point.
Oh, there's 3 still.
Fiance control.
oh, nice split though.
I wouldn't call it a split as much as the Voyager died very fast.
Oh my god.
Yeah, burrowed Zerglings here.
And yeah, he's got burrowed Zerglings in both potential fours.
Danny is completely all in. He's making probes behind this, so maybe eventually he could knock her out of it if he gets enough damage on.
The parasitic bomb.
Disruptors. Ay ay ay. Like the power bombs are carrying hard.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah, I
looking
think this is game.
over. He had 1 shot, but it was just not enough. Those Vipers coming out pretty much just ended it. I don't blame him for holding on, trying to do something, but
yeah, I don't blame Danny for not leaving just yet either. It's the final game of the best of 5. Well, match point, not rather than the final game. This Viper skin is super cool. Oh, he leaves now.
yeah, I mean, he was pretty
GG.
dead. There was not much you could do after that.
Congrats, Fiant.
Fiat,
Congrats
taking-
to the burst away.
Very strong series.
Fiat now has the points. Very good shit. Guys, if you want to, I think I'm going to actually check it myself because I didn't make it my way to it yet. I updated the
Yep.
Maturino.
Please do use the Matrino codes. We only have 16 used out of 50. That means we still have like $20 left to be used.
Yep. So I
To
think
give
we
these
should.
players some money.
Yep.
We need you to use the code so these players get the money they earned.
Yeah. Come on. So guys, if you could, all you have to do is click claim code. I just did. Please do help it, yeah. And Fiat, just curb stomps. You already did. Freedom Flyer, thank you. Captain Canuck, Pikachu. Anybody please,
Yeah, thank you to anybody who does use the codes.
yeah, we appreciate it. We'll probably hold off a bit until after for obviously we need to get the money in and see how much codes we can get. Probably should let
Also, last week's codes, Matrino, all of its codes have not been used. We're waiting on its codes to be used, paid out as well.
very good.
You could help us with
Yeah.
using these codes. Why is it one of the last pages gonna have 50 cents per code, Captain Canuck? We still have 50 cents per code for the next week and the one after, and Iron still makes us the codes.
Yes, I'm actually working on we're trying to work something out too. Iron and I, but we got to make the time for it. So I can kind of give him a hint. We're talking.
I generally manage the Legion Cup Matrino, so he
Yeah.
usually doesn't have trouble with making them for me.
Oh, okay.
The problem with a new partnership in Matrino is changing how the codes work.
Mm-hmm.
It will be worthless, and there will be more quests. That's unfortunate.
The codes will be worthless. You said.
Worthless.
Oh, oof. I just followed this on Twitter.
Where did you see this announcement, Captain Canuck? You
Hey,
give me the
thank you
the
for
links.
the follow, Joel Y85. Appreciate the follow. We're a step closer to 1,000 followers this month. Let's see if we can do it.
Mm,
I'll see
very
you.
nice.
All right, guys. Thanks for casting. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you for your
Yeah.
cast too.
Getting late.
We couldn't have done it without you.
You guys have a good night.
GGs.
I will
This
be.
was also our
I'm calling. Sorry, Magnet had some.
this was our fastest done bi-weekly. Most of the series have been relatively short, and all the rounds finished around the same time.
That's true.
Congrats
Alright.
to Fiat again for your tremendously good play, and Daniello, very well played. GG's, guys. We are going to go and raid Mr. Silent Ghost.
Imagine.
And watch some DMing of 2v2. Well, oh, it looks like we have Practice X as one of the people going on to this 2v2 tournament. And I will see you guys later on tonight. I'm sure I'm 100% will be on for some ladder in a little while. Thanks, Magnet. Thanks, everybody. Congrats again to Fiat, the up-and-coming StarCraft 2 Pro Zerg. Benny, good job. All right, guys, let's go say hello to Silent Ghost. It is his last tournament with Team Legion. He's going on to Genesis Gaming. Best of luck to him, and I will see you all a little later. Slip Jip booing. Exactly. For who? Boo for Silent Ghost, yeah. GG's exactly. Imagine being a traitor, Kappa. Ghost is good shit. Alright, let's go say hello to Ghosty.
Standard stuff so far. Might be a map related thing, I don't know.